I will be doing a quick tank review for the Soviet Tier 5 Premium TD, the Su-85I, which is quite a good vehicle that you can do well in if you play toward the vehicle's strengths and weaknesses. This vehicle, you cannot get it anymore, as it has been taken out of the game shop. This TD gets preferred matchmaking from Tier 5 to Tier 6, so if you can do quite well in those two matches when you're top tier or not, then you can do quite well in this vehicle if you play toward the vehicle's strengths and weaknesses. Besides benefiting from the premium tank bonuses as well. The one thing that I like about the Su-85I, you have the mobility of the PD-3 still, for the most part, with the gun of the Su-85 with the superstructure armor. This means the vehicle can take a few hits. Besides that, it is a very squishy target. Let's get to the vehicle stats now. Let's begin off with the gun that you are going to be using. The gun that you will be using, it is a 85mm variant of the 85mm gun that you would be using in the Soviet TD line. This gun, it is quite good when you have a fully trained crew member in this tank to make use of it. You have a good rate of fire with the pen and the damage output to match. The gun, it is not that accurate, so you will have a problem getting precise shots off at times, with the aiming time being decent. Besides that, if you can penetrate all of these shots into the enemy tank, you can do a good amount of damage within the match. The gun traverse left to right, it is quite good at 46. Gun depression downward, it is 5. That can be a bit of an issue at times. While the gun elevation upward, it is quite good at 25. If you can make use of the gun, then you can easily kill off vehicles that have low amount of hit points quickly enough when you have the opportunity to do so. Hit points, you have 380 hit points. This means with the armor you have, you can take a few hits before you are killed. Armor, it is not that great, so everything will penetrate you easily enough. But if you angle the armor well enough, at times, you can ricochet a few rounds. Besides that, everything can penetrate you. Armor in the front, it is 60. The armor thickness will vary based upon where the plate is in the front. Side 30, rear 50. This Kepler heel is a major weaker spot. If you have a very accurate gun, then you can penetrate this part of the tank easily enough. Just like the British AT-TD line. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the AT line. Yes, yeah, the British TD line is the AT line. Mobility for weighing about 23 tons about. You have a decent horsepower to ton ratio with the 300 horsepower engine. Watch out for the engine fire at 20%. With the horsepower to ton ratio of about 13.5 horsepower to 1 ton. This means when you're on flat terrain, going in a straight line or going downhill for the most part, you can easily reach the 50-kilometer mark. The reverse speed, it is good at 14. The Hall Traverse, it is good at 50, so you can turn the machine around quickly enough if you have to in a hurry. Concealment. This vehicle have a good concealment rating when it is staying still. This can be improved even more when you are using a camouflage net, camouflage paint, camouflage perks, and use the terrain around you to remain hidden until you are lit up. The concealment rating for the vehicle when it is moving, it is not that great nor bad. Now, when it comes to the spotting of the vehicle, it is not that great at 330 meters. So, if you are going to be playing this machine as a medium to a long distance sniper, it's a good idea to get binocular telescopes. Or if you're going to be playing this machine as a medium to a short distance sniper, go with the coated optics for that. With the binocular telescope being used, you can be a bit of a passive scout as well when you are using the camouflage net. The radio, it is at 550 for the signal range. When you have a 100% trained crew with perks added on top, all of these stats will be improved by a bit more. As there is nothing to research on this tank as it is a premium vehicle, I will get to be covering the consumables, the ammunition layout, the equipment that you are going to be using. Then I will be showing you a replay, how well you can do in the TD itself. I will begin off with the consumables. Consumables, I would go with a first aid kit and a repair kit. The third slot, you can use a manual fire extinguisher if you want to or not. The amount of ammo you carry about 58 rounds of ammo. So in theory, you should not run out of ammo in a match with 58 rounds of ammo. The majority of the ammo you're going to be using in a match, it is AP and APCR. HE, it is a useful ammo type to use still when you're going up against semi-armored targets, or just use it to just destroy debris in front of you. AP can penetrate most targets easily enough if you know where to shoot at it with. APCR, it's a good idea to have some on you, just in case if you have to penetrate a heavily armored heavy tank or TD at tier 5 to a tier 6 area. APCR, to be using it, it will cost you 2,800 credits or 7 gold. Now, the equipment that I am using is the camouflage net and the binocular telescope to increase the effectiveness, how well I can play this vehicle as a bit of a passive scout while being a long distance to a medium distance sniper. The other pieces of equipment that you can go with is the enhanced gunning drive to decrease the aiming time by 0.1 of a second. Coated optics, I covered this already. Medium caliber tank gun rammer to decrease the loading time by a bit and to increase the rate of fire by a tiny bit. Vents to improve the crew and the tank performance by a bit. The rest of the equipment here, it is not that useful at all, as it doesn't improve the SU-85 performance by that much. Now, how are you going to be playing the TD? this vehicle get preferred matchmaking from Tier 5 up to Tier 6. As a TD, the main role that you are going to be playing the Su-85 as, you will be playing this machine as a sniper, whether it is long distance to short distances, as a support vehicle, and when the opportunity arises, you can use the mobility of the vehicle to get some flanking shots onto a enemy vehicle. I have one replay to show you how well you can do in the TD itself. This replay, I will show you how well you can do in the Su-85I when you are playing towards the vehicle's strengths and weaknesses when you're top tier or when you're not top tier. Let's speed this replay up a bit. Looking at the map where to go, I choose to go to the left side of the map here to assist my team. This vehicle, when it comes to reaching location A to B in short distances, you can get there quickly enough if you have to. I am getting myself into a good position to get the early shots off in the match in case if the scout tanks on their side chose to come over here. Them not rushing forward, I begin to move up to a position where I can get to a position where I can shoot at the enemy vehicle. Here I try to light what targets up that I can. If the enemy began making their push on the 1-2 line, then I would have had remained hidden for a decent amount of time until I was lit up by the enemy team, with the vehicle decent to good camouflage rating. When you use that as a factor with the terrain around me, the camouflage net, and playing toward this vehicle's strengths and weaknesses. Seeing the enemy is making the push, I begin to change positions to finish one of these vehicles off. The T-28 here, I finished the vehicle off with the T-67 shooting at me. The T-67 there used its high rate of fire gun to reduce my hit points down to below 50%. Now, I need to be very careful as I can be killed easily enough by ZTDs or anything in this match. This Marder 38T, I am needing my shots where it is going to be. From this range, I am out of the T-67 view range. Seeing the M4 is in my way, I get to the M4 left side, so I can shoot at what it is going to light up, or I do. The M4 ram the PD4, but I got the kill there. Now with the T-67, shooting my engine out, I am going to be a SOTD. Even with a damaged engine, this vehicle it is somewhat mobile still. When you compare it to the other TDs in the game with a damaged engine, now it's time for payback. The T-67, I lead my shots onto the vehicle there. The third one tracked the vehicle. I fired a force into that area to see if I killed the vehicle. The fifth one and the fourth didn't kill the vehicle. Now I am moving up to a different location where I can finish the T-67 off. I rushed the shot there on the T-67. Let's speed this up. Me and the other vehicles, we are trying to get the last kill in the match. I am looking where the T-67 is going to be. Seeing it potentially going to be coming this way, I ready my gun to shoot where it's going to be. The first shot only tracked the vehicle, but the second one there finished it off. For being a top tier TD in this match, while getting 4 kills, I did quite well in the damage area. I did about 1000 damage among the 4 kills that I got. No matter what the matchmaking throws at you, if you play toward the vehicle's strengths and weaknesses while using the Su-85I, you can do quite well in this vehicle. Let's go to the garage now to do a brief recap on the vehicle itself. Let's do a brief recap on the Su-85I. This vehicle, for a premium TD, it is quite good. You can make a decent amount of credits in this machine if you know what you are doing. You get preferred matchmaking up to tier 6 maximum, so you can do quite well in a tier 5 or a tier 6 match with this TD, while be able to train the majority of your Soviet TD crew members in this TD still. You can train the commander, the gunner, the driver, and the loader of any of these Soviet TDs that you are working on. This machine, when it comes to the stats, it is not that great nor bad, but if you play toward the vehicle's strengths and weaknesses, you can do quite well in this TD. Remember, if you are in the wrong place at the wrong time, you can be killed easily enough with the amount of hit points and the armor that you have. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the Su-85I and how to use it properly. If you like this video, leave a like, a comment, and even follow my channel as well. Good luck on the battlefield, everyone!